Terrific.
Encore 2 minutes.
Yes. Yep. The competitors now in the gold medal final for men's lightweight quadruple scull. Switzerland in 1, Australia in lane 2. They've been together for about 4 months. They look a good chance here. France in 3, Italy the favourites in 4, Denmark in 5, Holland in 6. And the Dutch crew, very interesting. Frans Gobel, the winner of the lightweight single scull gold medal yesterday, is to stroke that crew. But this is the crew that I think everybody will have to beat. The Italians, a very polished combination, and they sit down at the start ready. Well, I think I assess it correctly. That's the crew to beat.
Italy.
Those 4 guys have been around for a long time, and I think they'll produce a very polished performance.
Conditions absolutely superb down in the start area. And away they go, the Italians stoking it up out of the blocks. Favourites to win this event. I'll be particularly interested to see what the Australians do. The Italians were at 45 strokes to the minute. So looking at that from the top of the screen down, in lane 1 Switzerland, in lane 2 the Australians, in lane 3 France, in lane 4 Italy, lane 5 Denmark, and lane 6 Holland. That 45 out of the block, Steve, extraordinary rating for these quads.
It is, and they're already going away, the Italians, and the rest of the field is very even.
Well, I think we're going to see an even race. Of course, there'll be a lot of Australian interest in the crew in lane number 2 in the all-gold strip. That's the crew of Simon Burgess, he's from Tasmania, Gary Linar from Queensland, Bruce Hick from the ACT, Steve Hawkins from Tasmania, and the co-coaches, Tim McLaren, a silver medalist in the men's heavyweight quad at the Olympic Games of 1984, and John Dreesen from the Franklin Rowing Club in Hobart have been looking after them. The Australians have settled at 35 strokes to the minute. What about the tactics here? What will they be looking to do, the Australians?
I'd say they'd be looking to go out with the field and probably try and make a bit of a push in the third 500 to try and get ahead or get at least into the medal contention, but I think they'll be there anyway.
The Italians have taken about half a length. Alongside the Italians, the French, and I know at their selection trials, they rated their lightweight quad their best boat. Up alongside them now is the Australians, alongside them Switzerland, dropping back in lane number 5 Denmark, and so too of Holland. I just wonder if Frans Gobel's single gold medal yesterday might have taken just a little bit of soup out of him. It's very difficult to double up at these World Championships.
It is, particularly if you're a lightweight. It takes a lot more out of you if you're lightweight, having to make weight on both days.
The Italians look very, very strong indeed as they power down in the early stages of this event. All these events held over 2 kilometres, and the Italians away by about half a length over the crew alongside them. France in station number 3. The Australians back comfortably in 3rd place. They've got about a few metres over the crew on station 5. That's Denmark. And then the Dutch crew, as I said, away to a reasonably ordinary start, are starting to pick up their work and move through the field. But the Italians have moved through the field all right. They are souping the boat along. They're leading by almost a length now and rating 36 strokes to the minute in very strong following conditions. They really do look a powerful and well knit together combination. And it intrigues me that the Australians have been together for, what, about 4 or 5 months after the selection regatta. The Italians have been together for several years. How long does it take to get one of these good quads together?
It takes a long time, and it's a very close-knit type of boat. It takes a while, but they've done very well.
The Italians are out by about a length now over France. The Australians still up there in 3rd place and starting to challenge. The Australians, I think, would be extremely nervous, Peter Phil, sitting down there in the start base. For 3 of them, it's their first international regatta, and the pressure of that does take a little bit of the physical ability that you've got out of you, doesn't it?
Very true, but I think with the youth and exuberance from the crew, I think that can be can be overcome by having been excited, being in the World Championships for the first time.
Through 1,000 metres, the Italians are out by about a length and a quarter. The Australians now up into third place, but they've got challenges coming from everywhere. The Italians by a length over France, Australia about half a length back in third place, and then a blanket could be put over Holland, Denmark, Switzerland maybe dropping out of a little bit. But if the Australians are to win this, they need to do something about the Italian crew. They seem to be just sneaking up on France now, and over in station number 6, the Dutch crew, stroked by a gentleman who's already won a gold medal at these Worlds. He won yesterday in the single, Franz Goebel, and they really are starting to pick up their work rate. But the Italians making every post a winner, and just as I say that, they put in a bit of an ordinary stroke. Somebody missed one. I think it was the bowman missed with his left-hand oar, but they quickly pick up their boat momentum again, and they are sizzling down Lake Barrigton. They're going to row a super time in this lightweight quad, and already they're out by a length and a quarter, and I think from there it will be extremely difficult to catch them. Back in second place is France, and about 2/3 of a length back to Australia. There's nothing between Australia and Holland, and I think Denmark and Switzerland are out of medal prospects at this stage, although these boats do come home hard. Who are we to say that? The Australians in a battle for a medal again. France are just about half a length in front of them. We won't forget about the Italians because they should win gold and they're rowing beautifully, but at the 1,500 metre mark, it's still Italy out by about half a length, or by about a length and a half, I should say, but it's going to be a great go for the minor medals. France come through only about a canvas in front of the Australians now, and the Dutch crew up alongside Australia, and then we go back to the Denmark crew and then Switzerland in that order as they come down into the last 500 metres. Italy look headed for gold. They're more than a length in front. The Australians up in third place. That's going to be a super battle. They are gradually pegging the French back, and the crowd will help them a little bit. Holland coming up to the Australians though, and the crew making a move now too for the minor medals at Denmark. The Italian crews, a beautifully turned out outfit, have got a good look back at the crew by over a length. Moving up now is Holland on France and Australia. The Australians need to find something pretty quickly now. The French still in second place. The Australians picking them up, I reckon, with every stroke they take. And then over in lane number 6, it's the Dutch too in there for a medal. The Australians are picking back the French. There's only about a metre between those two crews now. The Australians threatening for the silver medal as the crowd start to hoot and roar. The Italians, though, a superbly turned out outfit, should win gold. We're just interested to see how the Australians can finish this as the crowd go mad. The Italians have got a length and a quarter out. The Australians are still closing on the French. The French are starting to die on their run. The Australians picking their boat up out of the water. There's only about 6 or 8 centimetres between those two crews now, with each of those two crews with a dozen strokes to go. Italy are going to win the gold. What are the Australians going to do? I think they've got past France. It's a super row by the Australians. It's Italy to the line now. Australia are picking them back, but it'll be Italy on the line by a length. Australia and France. Oh, France, I think, by a centimetre over Australia. Oh, that was close. The Australians 2 strokes out. Definitely silver medalists. And then France got the blades in the water, I think, for the last time, and they've just gone past the Australians. The Australians win bronze. What a great effort from a crew that's only been together for just a matter of a few months.
Fantastic.